All right, lean in real close like, and let me paint you a picture of where this all went down. The rains from the elite levels, those high and mighty bastards up there, they don't fall on us like water. Nah, they're nothing more than acidic streaks, hissing on the grimy duracrete, forcing us downtrodden rats indoors where the stink of Coruscant's underbelly gets crammed into your nostrils like a blaster barrel. The air is stale, barely got enough oxygen to keep a gnat alive, and it stings your eyes if you're dumb enough to keep them open too long, trying to see through the haze. Did I say Coruscant? But of course I mean Imperial Center. That's what they want us to call it anyway, this shiny new empire. Ah, hell, who are we kidding? It's been Coruscant for thousands of years. And down here, in the shadows where the real deal goes down, it'll be Coruscant for thousands more, long after their empire crumbles to dust. And it was in this festering pit, this beautiful, rotten mess, that Jax Pavan was trying to stay one step ahead of the storm. Let me tell you about Jax Pavan, another ghost in the machine of Coruscant, just like me. This ain't no space opera with heroes in shining armor. This is the back alley of the galaxy, where the neon bleeds into the shadows, and the only stars you see are the ones in your dreams, if you're lucky enough to have them. Jedi twilight. The Empire was rising, a dirty sunrise painting the sky red with fear. The Jedi, almost wiped clean, like spilled milk. But Jax Pavan, he slipped through the cracks, a survivor of Palpatine's little house-cleaning party, Order 66 they called it. Now he was heading for a showdown with the biggest, baddest shadow of them all, Darth Vader. Down in Coruscant's Black Pit slums, where the air was thick with desperation and the stink of forgotten dreams, Jax was playing Private Eye, helping the lowlifes, the ones the Empire didn't even bother to crush. He kept his Jedi mojo under wraps, a secret he wore like a shroud, staying one step ahead of the hunters sniffing out his kind. A washed-up reporter, detour, and his tin can pal, this oddball droid they called I-5YQ, they were sniffing around for Jax too, carrying whispers about his dead old man. Then Jax caught wind of it, his old master, gone, killed, leaving behind a crucial mission, a last gasp for the dying embers of resistance. Jax had to step out of the shadows, risk Vader's heavy hand, to honor the last wish of a dead man. Street of Shadows. Down in Coruscant's guts, where the chrome was chipped and the deals were dirty, Jax was still playing Private Eye for the city's bottom feeders. Then walks in Deja, a knockout Zeltron with eyes that could burn holes in your soul. She needed Jax to find out who carved up her artist lover, Valette. Valette had just unveiled some flashy light sculpture, and the timing smelled like a setup. Finding the killer? That was gonna be like pulling teeth from a rancor. Too many secrets, too many faces in the dark, too many reasons for a guy like Valette to end up on a slab. But with I-5YQ's circuits for brains and Dendour's nose for trouble, the case started to twitch. Trouble was, something else was hunting Jax, something a whole lot meaner than a jealous lover. It was a chase against the clock, a game of who was gonna pull the trigger first and end up staring at the ceiling. Patterns of force. Even in Coruscant's grimiest corners, where life was cheap and death was a whisper, a captured Jedi didn't last long. Jax Pavan, still fighting for the forgotten with Dendour and that sarcastic droid, I-5YQ. But Jax was digging deeper now, chasing the ghost of his father's death, trying to piece together his own damn history. Jax figured I-5YQ held the key, but the truth was bigger, darker, throwing him headfirst into a plot to ice Emperor Palpatine himself. And Vader? Vader's hunt for Jax was about to pay off. The trap was closing. For Jax and his ragtag crew, the future looked like a short drop and a sudden stop. Because everyone knew crossing Darth Vader was usually a one-way ticket to a cold, dark grave.
Welcome to the grimy underbelly of Imperial Center, where shadows hide secrets and survival is a daily hustle. Former Jedi Master makes a desperate run, and his dying words ignite a spark of rebellion. They speak of a hidden droid, a vital key against the Empire, and point to a lone Jedi lost in the city's depths, Jax Pavan. Jax lives a double life, a common face in the crowd, secretly aiding the Resistance, but his past is catching up. A loyal droid and its partner are searching for him, carrying truths about his family he never knew. When their paths collide, Jax is thrust into a dangerous game, hunted by the Empire and caught in the crossfire of underworld power plays. A ruthless crime lord sets assassins against each other, their deadly paths converging with Jax's mission. And lurking in the darkness, pulling the strings, is Darth Vader himself, his relentless gaze fixed on capturing Jax. Betrayal cuts deep, alliances shift, and a desperate gamble in a forgotten ruin becomes Jax's only hope. He must choose his allies carefully as he races against time, hunted by shadows and a dark lord, to uncover the secrets that could ignite a rebellion or seal their doom. Jedi Twilight plunges you into a world of intrigue, action, and the desperate fight for freedom in the galaxy's darkest hour. Intrigued? There's far more to this story waiting to be discovered. Pick up the book and step into the shadows. Back in the shadows of Imperial Center, Jedi Jax Pavan scrapes by as a private investigator, a fixer for the city's forgotten. But the past catches a long shadow. The story opens on Naboo, with a former protector of Padme Amidala vowing vengeance for her death, unaware of the dark figure truly responsible. Jax and his crew, including the ever-resourceful droid I-5 and the pragmatic detour, stumble into a new case. A captivating woman named Dija Duar needs their help finding her lover's killer, an artist murdered after a dazzling public display. The investigation pulls them into the city's elite circles, revealing secrets and unexpected motives. Meanwhile, Darth Vader unleashes a deadly bounty hunter, Aura Singh, onto the grimy streets of Imperial Center. Her target? Jax Pavan. The hunter becomes the hunted as Jax navigates the case, an ever-present threat to his life. The murder investigation takes a bizarre turn, revealing a motive rooted in a droid's unexpected sentience, a concept that sparks a strange curiosity in I-5. Elsewhere, the quest for Padme's killer leads directly to Vader, a confrontation with a tragic end, yet leaving a subtle sting on the Dark Lord. With the case closed, a fragile new dynamic forms within Jax's group, altering loyalties and sparking new connections. But as one ally departs, another plots in the shadows, seeking a return to Vader's favor. The streets of Imperial Center are paved with secrets and danger, and Jax Pavan is walking right down the middle. Streets of Shadows weaves a tale of murder, vengeance, and shifting alliances in the Empire's heart. The hunt is on, and the shadows hold more than one deadly secret. Ready to walk these dangerous streets? Pick up the book and find out what lies beneath the surface. Imperial Center's underbelly is a dangerous place, and Jedi Jax Pavan is caught in the thick of it. He's helping with a murder investigation when a ghost from his past resurfaces. Sal, a figure tied to his father's death, arrives with a desperate plan: assassinate Emperor Palpatine. Jax grapples with this impossible choice, while a Force-sensitive street kid, Kajin, attracts the unwanted attention of Vader's Inquisitors. Their paths collide, forcing Jax to protect the untrained youth while navigating Saul's risky plot. Betrayal simmers within Jax's own circle, and a familiar face, Laranth, returns, complicating loyalties. The hunt for Kajin intensifies, leading to a confrontation with the Inquisitors. As the assassination plot moves forward, Jax and his allies face impossible odds, culminating in a dangerous showdown with Vader himself. Secrets are revealed, sacrifices are made, and the very nature of the Force is tested. Patterns of Force throws Jax Pavan into a whirlwind of conspiracy, dangerous alliances in a confrontation with the ultimate evil. The stakes are higher than ever, and the fate of more than just Jax hangs in the balance. Ready to face the darkness? Pick up the book and witness the explosive conclusion to this trilogy.
Step into the Coruscant Nights trilogy, a fascinating detour in the Star Wars universe, penned by the acclaimed Michael Reaves, known for his work on Darth Maul's Shadowhunter, the Med-Star duology, and Death Star. While these tales exist outside of current canon, they offer a compelling look at a shadowy corner of the galaxy, proving that creativity allows for genres of all types a place at the Star Wars table. Think of it as a thrilling crossover, blending the action and adventure you expect with the gritty atmosphere of a noir detective story and elements of a suspenseful thriller. Jedi Twilight sets the stage, introducing us to Jax Pavan and the dangerous world he navigates. You see the seeds of rebellion, the looming threat of Vader, and the classic noir setup of a lone hero caught in a web of intrigue. Street of Shadows deepens the noir elements, presenting Jax as a classic detective figure solving a murder, but with the added layer of the Star Wars galaxy and the ever-present threat of the Empire. You see how Reaves masterfully blends the tropes of crime fiction with the unique elements of Star Wars. Patterns of Force brings the trilogy to a thrilling climax, escalating the stakes and pushing Jax to his limits. The noir elements intertwine with high-stakes thriller conventions, culminating in a confrontation that highlights the ever-present danger of the Empire and the personal cost of resistance. The Coruscant Nights trilogy, while not part of the current Star Wars canon, stands as a testament to the power of creative storytelling. Michael Reaves masterfully merged the familiar galaxy far, far away with the gritty intrigue of noir and the pulse-pounding suspense of a thriller. It's a compelling example of how diverse genres can find a home within the Star Wars universe, offering a unique and engaging experience for readers. If you're looking for a Star Wars story with a different flavor, a dive into the shadows of Imperial Center is a journey worth taking. The task? You've entered the treacherous world of Imperial Center with Jax Pavan. You've seen his reluctant heroism, his close calls with Vader, and the fragile bonds formed in secret. The Coruscant Nights trilogy has shown you a unique blend of Star Wars action and noir suspense. But Jax's story reaches its ultimate point in the fourth book, The Last Jedi. The events of Jedi Twilight, Street of Shadows, and Patterns of Force build toward a final, unforgettable confrontation. Witness the full force of Vader's obsession focused on Jax. See the ultimate test of his will, the final battle against the darkness threatening the galaxy. The Last Jedi completes the journey begun in the trilogy. It explores the mysteries hinted at, resolves the questions that remain, and compels Jax Pavan to become a vital figure in the fight against tyranny. The first 3 books depict survival and resistance in secret. The Last Jedi brings the conflict into the open, forcing Jax to face his destiny directly. It's a story of sacrifice, the enduring strength of hope against impossible odds, and the final, desperate stand against the Empire's power. To stop before the end denies you the complete, powerful story crafted by Michael Reaves. You've invested in this world, in these characters. Experience The Last Jedi and see the final chapter in Jax Pavan's struggle and the potential for light in the darkest times.